Hi everyone, welcome to class. My name is Kate. I am an English teacher here on Verbling. And today's class is for intermediate learners, and the goal is, or the topic is casual conversation. So essentially the idea is to practice speaking in a realistic, sort of comfortable, casual situation. Kind of like you would have if you went to an English-speaking country, right? And hopefully, you will have the opportunity to practice some of the things that you have learned in your Verbling classes, right? So maybe you have learned a new phrasal verb or a new, a new tense, and you're not exactly sure how to use it. Well, you have me here, so this is a great opportunity for that. Okay, so so I want to welcome the students who are here already. Welcome back, Mustafa.
Welcome, teacher.
How are you?
I am doing well.
Are you tired of English?
No, not tired.
No?
Actually, I just finished my sandwich.
You just finished a sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, but too quickly.
Maybe I should turn my video off so I can eat a sandwich. Okay, and hi, Matt.
Hi, Kate.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Good. It looks cold where you are.
Yes, now I stay in North Italy, and
And it's cold?
it's cold.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Scarf on. It's starting to be fall already.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. And who else? So Mustafa and Matt, I know. Let's see. Andrej?
Yes, hi. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Where are you from?
I'm from Czech Republic.
Very cool. Nice to meet you. And
Nice to meet you.
and how do you say your name?
Andrej, it's up to you.
Andrej is okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Okay. I was sure that I had completely messed up that. But anyway, great. Nice to have you here. And who else is here? Mirza?
Yes, teacher.
How's it going?
It's good. Everything is good. Hello.
Good. And hey, Ali.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. How's your bird?
It's good, but talking too much.
It talks too much?
Yeah.
Are you teaching it English?
Not English. He can speak some Turkish words and maybe Kurdish.
And remind me of what he knows how to say.
He say like pretty bird and my love, my honey, something like that.
That's cute.
And he say fat a person. And,
So he can be very nice or very mean.
When when he see someone fat, he say like this.
He knows?
No, he just memorize.
He just memorized it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And he can say good day or something like that in
That's
Kurdish.
cool.
In Kurdish, yeah.
In Kurdish. You should teach him some English, so he'll be a bilingual bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Let's see. Who else just joined us? Hi to the person whose name is HTHYTHYJJJH. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Charlie.
Is? Charlie. Okay. Charlie, nice to have you here.
Yes.
Welcome. And hi, Inov. Nice to have you back.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, again.
Okay. All right. So So a few of you have been in a class like this with me before. It's called a casual conversation class because that's pretty much what it is, right? It's sort of an open discussion. And the goal is to practice speaking fluently and to in a relaxed setting, right? And in a sort of a more natural way. So sort of how we would speak outside of the classroom. What I hope that you will do in this class is practice some of the new things you've been learning in your verbling classes, whether that's a new verb tense, some new vocabulary, a new idiom, right? Here is sort of an opportunity for you to try it out and get my feedback, okay? And let's see, we have one more student, Anastasia. Oh, she left. Okay. Oh, they both left. All right. I think I scared them away. All right. So, okay, so now this means the 6 of you will have more talking time, which is great. So I could prepare some topics to talk about, but I want to know what is interesting for all of you. So I want the 6 of you to take 2 or 3 minutes and think of 1 or 2 questions that you can ask the class that you think will lead to an interesting discussion. Okay, so something that you think is interesting and something you're curious about or curious to hear from your classmates. Okay, so just take a few minutes and think of 1 or 2 questions. Okay, so for those of you watching who aren't in the class, the students were just thinking of some questions to ask the group that they think might lead to some interesting discussions. Okay, oh, and great, we have Omar who has just joined us. Hello, Omar.
Hey, teacher. Nice to see you.
Okay, nice to see you again, too. All right, so, so Omar, your classmates have just been thinking of some questions that they can ask the group that they think might lead to some interesting discussions. So if you want to think of 1 or 2 things as we go along, you can go ahead. And for now, I'd like to get our discussion started. So there aren't really any rules. I want you to feel free to speak whenever you want, right? Ask questions to your classmates like you would in a normal group conversation, right? So I'll be here to give you feedback, to move the discussion along, and to correct you if I need to, but mostly I want you to try to speak with each other and for this to be a dynamic, fun class. Okay, so who would like to ask the first question and start our discussion?
Maybe me.
Okay, Mustafa. Oh, was that Mustafa?
That's Mirza.
Ah, that was
It's
Mirza.
me.
Sorry. Okay. Okay,
It's
so
me,
Mirza, go ahead.
Oh,
No, not Mirza.
It was
I'm
him.
still thinking.
Not me.
it's me. Enough.
Sorry?
It's me. Enough.
I
My
couldn't hear
question.
you.
Uh, sorry, it's me enough. And my question is, how important is internet to your life now?
Good, interesting question. Okay, so Mirza's question is, how important is the internet to your life right now? So remember, feel free to jump in.
Okay, so I think for me, teacher, the internet is became more important now in this modern, what I can say, modern life or modern technology, because it is related to many issues in our life now, like maybe we use it in work, like company, they are using mail to send the job to the employee, or many things. I think the university also they use the internet to get maybe the homework or classwork from the website or something like that. Uh, so it is really important. Also, it is related to like marketing or buying something from the network. So also we use the internet connection. So maybe it's more important, I think, in this technology period.
Absolutely, yeah. Good.
Yes. I I think internet is very important for me in my life because uh, my work is depend on internet. I use internet too much for my work. If I don't have internet, I can't work. I mean, uh,
Mm-hmm.
everything is related to internet, and I use internet any part of my life. I am learning English with internet, and I can pay my bills on internet, uh, and I am watching news or reading newspapers on internet, and sometimes I spend my time like entertaining, something like that. I think
Mm-hmm.
we spend too much time on internet.
So you think it's too much, it's in excess.
Yes, but it's not a waste time. It's a necessity for me.
Okay, so is it too much time or a lot of time? Too much implies that it's excessive, that it's an excess,
A lot
a
of
lot of
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, but as you said, it's your work depends on the internet. You do pretty much everything in your daily life on the internet now. Yeah. Other thoughts or comments?
Um, I think internet uh, is a gift from God for the humanity because for me internet is most important. I'm building my life for the future around of the internet for my life, for my job, for other things. And for the last things for me with for internet is we we never seen nothing of development internet now.
What do you mean?
Because we stay just for the first time in internet.
Okay, so you're saying this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Okay, so we haven't seen anything, right?
Okay.
We haven't seen anything yet. Okay, yeah, interesting. I think that's definitely true because of how quickly things are changing. With that said, are there some negatives of being, as Ali said and as others said, so dependent on the internet? Or is it all positive?
For example, sometimes I spend a lot of time on the internet, and for example, just reading news, and I do this for whole day, and sometimes it's not useful, and sometimes I could do something more productive than just reading not important things on the
Yeah.
internet.
Definitely.
I think the negative things are not about the tool. I think the negative things are about how to use the tool.
Okay, interesting, Nacho. Explain what you mean.
I mean that the tool allows you a lot of things. It depends on you if you spend too much time by internet, because sometimes you feel better if you don't have you don't have allowed any connection, but to don't have connection is something that you always can find. You only have to turn off your mobile, or you have to turn off your computer, and you don't have the connection. So if you use correctly the tool, the internet, it's impossible to find anything negative about internet.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. I like that idea that it depends more on the user.
Yeah.
And something that Andre said reminded me of an article I read that said, I think it said the distracted generation, or the generation with ADD, or something like that, right? And it was talking about how, you go on the internet and then you read one thing and then you check your Facebook and then you pay your bills and then all of a sudden you're shopping and then you're back on Facebook and then you're reading, and it's like it's like you're doing a million things at once, right? And how this is actually changing our brains. It's changing how our attention span works and how long we can focus on one task.
But I think this happened because the people not asked question at yourself. For example, when I used the Facebook, okay, and Facebook said download this application, play this game. In this case, somebody asked yourself a question: why Facebook asked me this? Why? Usually, the people not ask the question.
Right, they just do it and they say, "Oh, cool! I'm going to download this game about farms," right? But you're saying you need to be more critical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, teacher, I agree with what Nacho said about internet. It's depend on maybe people, because maybe internet. I think it has two part or two side. Maybe we can use it in the good side, or maybe we can use it in the not good, and will be effect on us, as you mentioned. It's like if we use it a lot, like isolate us from the real life. So the people maybe their mindset will be changed or something like this with the internet, something like that, and will be isolated from the social society or something like that from the real life. So it's maybe will affect on our brain if we didn't use it in the good way. Also, it's the website like social website like Facebook.
Social media.
Yeah, social media. I actually read something that said we maybe spent about 10% of our life on some people spent about 10% of entire life on this social media or something like
Wow,
that.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
so
That's
much time.
really crazy. Yeah, so much
Yeah.
time. And it goes quickly. It will take you, and we didn't know it's how the time is going on.
Yeah, time flies, right? You don't
Yeah,
realize how
yeah,
you're spending your time.
yeah.
How
And also,
interesting.
also, teacher, it is you said uh, the, the other part maybe will be not good for you. It's maybe what I can say. It is like over your privacy or uh, intact your privacy or something like that. Maybe you
Hmm.
will be danger by the hackers or hacking you, hacking your information, hacking. Maybe I heard about uh, also again Facebook that I don't know why. Maybe CIA, like monitoring people on Facebook or something like that. So it's maybe
Hmm.
you'll be yeah something related to security. That's part.
Definitely. And you mentioned marketing before. For all of you, I mean, my
Yeah.
Google ads now come up as, things I've searched for recently. They're all personalized to me.
Yes.
Maybe when you use a credit card, you want to buy something on internet. Sometimes it's dangerous. Your
Yeah.
information, maybe someone can take your information from the internet, something like that, about
Hmm.
your account or credit card, your password, your something like that. Sometimes
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah. True. I actually about the credit cards. Yes. So for me, actually, I don't charge it a lot at one time. So it's like for my purpose to do my purpose, and I fill it again next month or something like that because I'm scared from the maybe you will hacking me or even not hacking me, hacking the website. Use it.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's really danger, but it's
Definitely.
useful. Yeah.
You
Yes.
could use the refill credit card for this problem, Mustafa and Ali. You know,
What?
Uh,
refill,
What?
rechargeable, not
Sorry.
credit card, but rechargeable.
Oh, like a
okay.
debit card?
Debit card,
A
yes.
debit
Yes.
card,
Sorry.
yeah.
Debit card. It's
It's true.
because for me it's impossible not buy anything, everything on the internet.
Yeah, for me as well. I buy so many things on the internet now. It's so
Uh,
easy.
often I find everything's in the internet and not in the supermarket, in the store.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you are right.
And you can order it.
Uh,
Exactly.
yes.
Uh, and Mustafa, you said internet makes people unsocial or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Maybe I think the type of socializing is changing. I think, for example, if I go out right now. Maybe I meet my friends. Maybe I am going to meet a new person outside, but it's the same. I meet with you, with my classmate. It's a kind of socializing. Maybe
Hmm.
it's changing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think that's a really interesting point. What do you all think about that? Is it,
and
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's more interesting than others because you meet many people from different part of the world and different culture, maybe different religion, and you talk to them and learn new things. Maybe you can't learn this kind of knowledge or information in your country or in your city, in your neighborhood.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Definitely.
I uh, Teacher,
Yeah.
actually, I agree with you, Ali, that internet maybe connect you all over the world. And maybe for me, I am in my country, I meet you in Turkey, and the teacher and all of those students by their playing in all over the world. I can't do that maybe without internet connection. But I want to ask you and the classmate a question. Uh, if is it is would you prefer or do you prefer to meet your friend if you can meet them in your country, in your city, by internet, using technology internet, by using internet, or by real go to maybe a restaurant or coffee shop or something like that? What do you prefer?
Okay, class. So did you hear the question? If you have the choice of meeting with someone in person or virtually on the internet, what do you prefer?
I prefer meet in person than online.
And I agree. I prefer meet the person live, but for me, internet it's a good for starting know the new people in all
Hmm.
of the world. Just for starting.
It's a good way to get to know people in the beginning.
Yes.
At the beginning, because after, for example, I have experience with the people for first time now on the internet, and after we meet in a country because I traveled for vacation or business, and I meet this person. It's and after born a new friendship
That's cool.
with different culture.
Yes.
For me, this is things interesting things mixing different culture.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, definitely, like 10, 20 years ago, something like this could never have existed, which is really cool. And I think, for my grandparents, the idea that I could be speaking to someone from Turkey, someone from Italy, someone from Iraq, someone from China, someone from Argentina, right, from all over, is
Mhm.
crazy. They can't even imagine it.
I think both ways are perfect. I think you can spend time meeting with people on site, and in the other in other moment you can uh, meet with people abroad because by internet because now it's possible. I think both the ways are very good ways to keep a relationship.
Hmm.
But even in the distance, it's impossible to keep any. It's very no, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to keep a relationship in the distance without internet.
Hmm.
Nowadays, it's difficult. Uh, I find it difficult, very difficult to understand the world without internet and the relationships. For example,
Hmm.
I now I have a daughter living abroad, and now I have the opportunity to talk with her daily, very easily, and to change every moment by the mobile phone, talk with her. And in the old days, I guess it was impossible. And the only way you had to keep a relationship in the distance was about a letter. Letter spends a lot of time to go and to get the answer. But it doesn't mean that you have to break all the relationship with people that you have near home. But you
Right.
have
So
to,
you see them as two different things, sort of.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
And Nacho, I actually, when you entered, I didn't ask, where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
Oh, you're from Spain. Okay. And where is your daughter studying?
My daughter is working in London.
She's working in London. Okay. So, you know, far enough that it's nice that you can communicate by Skype or
Yeah,
by text, things
WhatsApp,
like that.
everything. Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to say that now I sometimes I have more contact with her than before.
So when she was living with you, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think I have a different point of view on the internet.
Okay.
I think that internet is making a more gap between the people who have access to the internet and the people who don't have access to the internet. Because nowadays there's still a lot of people who have no access to the internet. Like in my country, I think it's only 40% people who knows how to use internet than who can't. And people who can use the internet have more advantage, like they can learn anything from the internet, but the people who don't have access to internet have to struggle more than us, like that.
Definitely. Yeah. So you're saying it's creating a social problem in a
Yeah.
certain way. It's
I
But
I
interesting.
I think this is one of privilege of internet connection or internet, the online course learner. This is maybe another method to go to another like Verpling, to instead of go to the school, go to the by using internet. There are a lot of courses giving online to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would just say that another things I doing with internet, for example, and find news the other country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't trust, for example, read the news from Wall Street Journal, New York Times, the most important, okay? And I um, I find the news directly in the country. For example, if I need know some news with the Argentina, for example, okay, with internet I can find the news directly in the newspaper Argentina, TV Argentina, and
Yeah,
I
definitely.
and I do this,
Mm-hmm.
and I find a different kind of news.
Yeah, so you feel like you can look at primary sources, right, and
Mhm.
sort of uh, figure things out for yourself. You feel like
Yes,
you're more informed, maybe.
it's beautiful this way for me.
And what you said, I mean, obviously you're a very big supporter. You said the internet was God's gift to humanity, so it's a very
Because
strong statement.
because I can open my mind and I know a different news. Okay, I I know the news arrived from a big country, Europe or United States or other country, and after I read the news arrived directly from the country in I have interest.
Hmm.
Okay, and in this case, I see uh, much difference. For example,
A big difference.
big difference.
Hmm. Definitely. And someone mentioned like online. I think it was you, Mustafa. You were talking about online courses, And I've heard some people saying that the internet is the future for education, and the only way to really reform education across the world is to use the internet somehow. What do you all think about this? Do you think that's true? Do you agree?
I don't think that it could be the only way to improve, but I think it could be a very interesting way to improve the education. Yes, because you through internet you can have access to all the information in the world. Our teachers from far from where you are can put in your at your service or the knowledge that there are in other places. I think is not the only way, but definitely it's a very good way to improve and to share all the knowledge with everyone who wants.
Okay, yeah, I think that's definitely true. So it's simply more accessible, right? There's more access to all this knowledge. Okay. Yeah, other thoughts?
Yeah, I think it will be an easy way to for education. Maybe it will be a cheaper way for education. Uh, Maybe internet will be uh, like a campus or classroom in the future, and we don't need any campus or classroom in the future. And you can create some virtual classrooms or something like that, and you can educate yourself in internet. You don't have to go to the school every day, maybe. uh, you can learn something, or you can have your education from your home, something like that. In
Really
this,
interesting. Yeah.
But go to school is a good thing, I think. Go to school if, if you can afford to spend time to go to school. Uh, it's a good thing for a child, and for children, it's a good thing to stay in touch with all the children of the near children. I think it's a good way to learn things and to learn the life.
So there's a
Better
social aspect.
yeah, better than by computer. But
Okay.
I think it's the same thing. The best thing is to go to the school every day, and then in other places, in places where it's impossible to go to the school because there's not a school near, you can use other medias like internet or something. But go to school, I think it is necessary to go to school to spend to deal with other children of your age, to fight against their life, to have to problem with children, to have different points of view, and sometimes to fight and to defend. I think is life.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actual teacher, in the last few years, some university themselves offering like courses in online, and maybe they give you a certificate after you complete it online. Also on companies. they give I saw when I trained in Halliburton, the employee there take exam online, and they take the exam online and complete it and something like that. Also, the employee they have a website and ID login there, and so they take courses online, like a system of education or like ordering something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's becoming more and more common at a university level and beyond.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for maybe some issue we uh, cannot the school cover like covering like maybe for example teacher we have teacher now like in Verpling from Netherlands, from USA, from Canada, from all over the world. So how you
Hmm.
can collect all of them in one place? So it's maybe difficult, but
Right.
internet make that easy for you.
Hmm. Exactly, and the same with the students, right? I've never had more diverse groups of students than I have on Verbling, which is very interesting.
And Mustafa, which is the name word I know crowd sharing in a university? For example, used the internet connection for sharing one research in engineering and in the future, the university for researching a new things, okay? Not needed a meeting in a place, for example, in United States or okay, but use internet connection, sharing, okay, and studying this new researching between university in all over the world. With internet, this is possible. It's a fantastic idea.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
You know what I said?
Hmm.
Okay.
You're talking about online meeting. Maybe many people talk to each other same time on internet.
Also online meeting, but I said sharing.
Sharing, sharing information. I think I catch what you said, Matthew. Like maybe for example, not university, like maybe in what I can say in the cars and the policeman that if we have some information that this car was stolen or something like that, we use all information transfer to that by internet to his laptop maybe, and we get all information about that car by
I think
using
it's called
maybe yeah
crowdsourcing, right?
yeah, something like that. Use some ID and all information come to you. Also, the university student transfer something like a code or something about that student, and all information transformed by internet to that place. Also about money or something like that.
Ah, absolutely. I think in the future, for me, each school closed.
You think all the schools will close?
Yes, for me.
Why? Why, Matthew?
Because many things costs um, many things um, management person many things
Hmm.
internet in the future for me this is my opinion
No, Matthew,
uh,
I
I
think this is not good because some students are very genius and some students are very some they are not genius. So
But
because
for example, you see now in this
uh,
time,
mm,
you see a lot of store closed. For example, the store with book travel closed.
yeah,
Uh,
Travel
Um,
agencies.
travel agency
Yeah.
closed. In my country,
Yes.
it's closed.
Actually, there is some positive points and also negative points.
But for me, it's a positive point. The problem is the people must um, adapted with this change the world.
Mhm.
The problem for me is this: the people not must not can't the people can't adapted at the future.
Okay.
I, I,
So,
I think it's too much to think that schools are going to disappear. I think for children, children have to touch other children. Children have to smell other children. Children have to see other children or other ways to do things, and this is impossible to change to, to, by internet.
So there's some social element that is simply missing online.
yeah, actually, teacher, I think for this idea, the internet is like, I think it's a complete tool of education, but we cannot eliminate the schools, maybe. They give you the principles, but maybe you have to complete it after that if you want online.
Okay, so maybe schools for young children should continue to exist, but then higher education should be online.
It's like we can combine them together. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. I hope that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this idea is possible only for some professions because, for example, I cannot imagine how you could study medicine to become doctor, to heal other persons and do it only by the internet, or for example, how to study to be a firefighter or a policeman. It's you need some practice. You need real work to become an expert or able to do your job
Yeah,
because
good point.
you cannot be a doctor and uh, don't try how to heal people, for example.
Yeah,
So I think it's
yeah.
possible only for some professions.
Mm-hmm.
You can
I
watch the video surgery maybe, and
Say that again.
you can watch on internet and you can do the same, maybe surgery or something like that.
So instead of watching surgery in the room, you watch on the computer.
It depends on your skill, I think.
I,
Definitely.
I maybe not you do the surgery, not the doctor, maybe the robot.
Robot with person.
yes, my opinion is some courses we will learn from internet, but full study we can't study online, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so similar to what Andre was saying, I think I was actually going to ask the question that Andre sort of brought up, which is, how could something like medicine, learning how
Yeah.
to be a surgeon or a doctor, which is so difficult and so important, be taught online?
But I know some doctors, they educated in the university, but they know nothing.
Also true, yeah.
Yeah, it's not mean if you go to the university or college and you will be a good doctor or a good engineer. Uh, I know many people, they are not good in their profession, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as I say, teacher, I think it's a complete tool.
Yeah, I think what everyone is saying about the combination, right, that we
Yeah,
need to somehow figure out a way to integrate these two systems. It
yeah.
seems
I
like most
think
people are saying that.
I think the next big thing in the internet on education is personalized learning because I think different people has different needs and different skills and like me who like reading would be easier to read textbooks, but the other people. Maybe they need to practice more. And the internet, we can make personalized learning easier.
Absolutely. That's very interesting, right? So the question someone brought up before was, well, what if one student
Oh,
is very smart and one person
oh,
is falling behind? But this idea of personalized learning sort of would solve that problem.
yeah.
The
Actually,
Darwin Theory.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest?
Sorry, Mustafa, go ahead.
go ahead, Matthew. I didn't hear you.
No, no, no. I just said here we must learning from Darwin Theory.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it is what we have to note about the internet. It eliminates the old method of like payment or book it, take the reservation in hotel maybe. So now you can in your home and you want to travel, just open the internet and maybe booked the flight you want to which city and which hotel. So this is really good thing from internet and also the payment. Anything you want to buy, just go to Amazon maybe or some play market website and order it and enter your address and it will came to you in your home after some days. So it's really benefit of internet.
And for example, now you're talking about with booking travel hotel, okay? Yesterday, for example, no, this is true because I next month, no, sorry, next week I'm going in Panama in Central America, okay? And
Oh,
I booked not the hotel, and in the new website Airbnb, sharing apartments, homes,
Airbnb, yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
it's
Yes.
a when I looked this website, I said, wow,
yeah.
this is the hotel have a crisis with this new website
So
because
Matthew, you get some hotel?
sorry.
You get some hotel or not?
Yes, yeah, I get the one room in a beautiful homes, big homes in Panama.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
and I
okay.
pay very very
Huge amount.
small small money.
Yeah,
Small money. Okay.
so what Matt's talking about is a website called Airbnb, and basically people advertise their apartments or their homes. So if you want to travel somewhere, instead of paying for a hotel, you can usually find something that's a little bit less expensive and just as nice on this website. So yeah, it's kind of, I'm sure the hotel industry is feeling very threatened by this.
Yeah, actually, it's a great idea. It's new for me, Matthew.
Yeah, for me this is interesting because I don't need going in a beautiful hotel. Wow, mega. I need stay with the people live in this country because the people after said me information. I asked okay with the country. Well, in this case, I'm going in Panama for business. Okay, uh, but in this case, I needed information with the country from the people lived in this country, not the hotel. The hotel is expensive. Often the hotel is expensive and not comfortable for me.
Hmm. Yeah, I've actually used Airbnb and I've always had positive experiences because, as Matt said, you go and you meet someone from the country or the city, and they can give you recommendations that are sort of not the typical tourist things, maybe.
Yes,
Actually,
for
teacher,
me.
you are in USA. You have a lot of like I still discover a new thing every day. You have a lot of Like you do, no one can know these things. Is expect the like the native speaker or the native people there.
Really? You think?
Yeah, yeah, I think that.
Interesting. Yeah, what do the rest of you think about this?
This is my opinion, okay?
Yeah, actually, using can use the internet also to like if you heard about to serve like a taxi or a car for
Uber.
like a trip, yeah, a trip or something like that, and you can use choose between the prices and something like that. So it's really interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, this is going to hurt traditional businesses, right? So everything from travel agencies to hotels to taxis. Do you think
Yeah,
this is this? How can we deal with this? Is this going to just make a lot of people lose their jobs?
Also
I
in the
think
jobs. Uh,
something like
Go
that.
ahead, Mustafa.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I said also for the jobs, for example. And why the people must going in a factory for working?
Or school.
Or school?
Okay.
No, no, they was
Why?
the
Why?
It sounds like
Because okay, when in the morning wake up every day, often always same things. Wake up morning, drive on the car, work, come back home, drive on the car, open.
so
Okay.
you think this might create some new and different types of jobs?
This
You're
is a
saying?
stress life.
Absolutely.
so
Hmm.
but sometimes
Internet, it's a help the people in this
Hmm.
case.
Okay.
yeah, sometimes it's help, but actually not all of work. That's that's the idea. It's not all of work. We can do that from our home. So sometimes you have to go out and but what teacher mentioned about the worker, I think yes, maybe many people maybe for the work that's maybe the internet cover it all of it. So maybe they leave it and we depend only on internet to do that work. But
Yeah.
also we have we have a lot of opportunity in internet also, like a job in internet. So yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up our discussion here. So I think, was it Mirza, was it you who asked the original question?
It's me.
Okay, so great question. That lasted the whole class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Thanks for
excellent.
question.
Okay, so great question from Mirza.
We have learned so many things about internet today.
No, I think it was, for me, it was a really interesting discussion.
Yeah,
I think, it went past the usual, oh, where are you from? What do you do? Type thing. And,
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, you all should be proud. You just held an interesting, I think, deeper, more intellectual discussion in English. So you should be proud of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about out of time. Thank you all so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope to see all of you again soon in class.
Okay.
Okay, so have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
bye
Bye.
Bye
bye.
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 Bye,
Bye.
guys.